are in the building talking season 1 of The Oval, episode 8, Eye on the Sparrow. The review is up next.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
My favorite little bob.
It's a little piece.
You know? I can get with it.
Oh, yes.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, guys. We're back.
Yes, we are. We are back to discuss your favorite show, The Oval, Season 1, Episode 8, Eye on the Sparrow. There's always something crazy going on.
Always something crazy, girl.
We're still like on day 2 or day 3.
Still early. That's what's crazy. It's still early.
It is still early. We have a lot to talk about. We are going to be catching up on Episode 8 and reviewing that tonight. And then when we come back from our holiday break, we will be breaking down Episode 9 and Episode 10 to get you ready for the second half of the season. But, we'll also have a special segment because our lovely host, Tyra, attended a red carpet event where she got to interview a lot of people on the show. So this should be really, really interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. We're also going to do, if we have time, a little bit of our, oh, no, she didn't, oh, no, he didn't. But just to get right into this episode, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready, girl.
How did you feel about Episode 8?
I thought Episode 8 was... I'm just happy I'm finally understanding what's going on.
Finally.
I don't know if it's because we've had Taja and, I've talked to other people to kind of get a glimpse of what is going on in the show, but I thought it was really good. I love the confrontation between Gayle and Barry. I was so happy that it was finally put out there what, really happened, what was the truth, and now Picky knows what she's been doing up in that White House.
Yes.
That was tea. I think that was the highlight of the whole show.
That was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
The camaraderie between Picky and Barry was really cool because I wasn't sure the way Picky had been treating Barry. I was feeling like maybe he was demeaning him a little bit or like punking him, but it completely showed that on this episode that they are like boys. Like he trusts his cousin.
He trusts him, and his cousin, he clearly trusts him as well.
Gayle looks so stupid.
She looks so stupid. But before we talk about that, I gotta point out how Barry sat in the bed right after they had sex. That was so disgusting to me.
I didn't even think about that.
Like, he came in, they confronted her, Picky tells her to leave, and then he's just sitting there, like, in it. I don't know. That was so disgusting to me, but whatever. I just had to point that out.
Picky said Gayle be deep throating.
He did.
He said it, not me.
I done lost my head.
He said Gayle got the deep throat.
Ooh, child. I wonder if Barry was like, oh, shoot, I should have went ahead and let her do what she had to do.
He outed her. And he was so confident, like, girl, please, girl, bye. Like, you said what you said.
I thought it was going to take a turn, though. I thought, because you remember Gayle was like, if this is true, why do you think, if this was true, why would he be free right now? Or something like that, she had said.
Right.
At first, when she had left and Picky had brought it back up to Barry, I thought it was going to take a twist and he was going to be like, well, maybe Gayle is telling the truth. But I'm happy that, he went back to reality and was like, you right, like, you my cousin, like, I trust your word.
He knew his cousin. I love that. The blood is thicker than water.
It's thicker than water, baby.
And it's bros before hoes.
Bros before hoes. And Gayle, listen.
They sat down and kikied. Now, I appreciate it. I like Barry's acting better.
It was better.
It was a really good scene.
It was a good scene. Yes, he was like, I liked it. He was like, so you really like what? You not gonna say like you did this? Blah, blah, like who you gonna believe or whatever? It was good. It was
because
good.
he would have told his cousin like, yeah, I hit. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was. We're not talking about him. We're talking about rape, which is really gross. Right. But he knew his cousin. His cousin is not about that
and
life.
Like we say all the time, he comes from a good background. Like Barry is a good guy. He's just on the hunt for his daughter, and he just does not. You can see he just does not have it in him to do something like that.
Well, now Gayle isn't really in trouble because it looked like she got snatched up for real.
It did at the end of that scene.
You think she's got caught by the Rakadishi herself?
No, I don't think it's the Rakadishi.
What if it's the Rakadishi?
I think she thought she was about that life, and she got caught up in some real hood drama that she wanted to be a part of so bad, and now she really for the streets. What Future say? She belonged to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
You wanted it,
and they picked her up. I don't think it was the Rakadishi or whatever they are. I think she she just experiencing the hood, and either it's gonna make her better, she's gonna transition from it, or it's just gonna make her even more of a savage that she already is.
She better fight her way up out of that. I don't know how. She done got Jean in a whole bunch of mess. Now they popping up at Jean's house.
Jean. And Jean was just so confused. She's like, what you mean? Like, why would you think I would bring her?
Right.
That was so sad.
That would have me on pins and needles, because don't mess with my job.
Don't
do
take
that.
my car keys.
And don't have me in trouble with the president.
Exactly.
And don't have Secret Service. One of our viewers, our loyal viewers, checked me in the comments and was like, sis, it's not the CIA, it's the Secret Service. And I was like, my bad. I don't really work for U.S. government.
This is why we love y'all in the comments.
Yes.
Keep them coming.
But I stand corrected. The Secret Service is now all up in Jean's house, pulling up on her, which is causing her a little mess. But I think she's going to be okay. What you think?
I think Jean is good. Like, she is one of the loyal staff members. They're not going to get rid of her. And, you know, of course, our girl, Taja, a.k.a. Priscilla on the show,
yes.
she let her know, like, girl, like, you good. We know you ain't know. Like, you good, girl. Don't even worry about it. So that really brought her back to it and was just like, okay, I'm good.
Yes. Why are Priscilla and Sam so cute together?
They're so cute when they're on the couch all cuddled up. We've been waiting for that, too. She was like, you're going to see more of them together.
Yes.
It was really cute.
She was so loving and stuff.
Yeah.
Just like that's exactly how I hope her character doesn't take a turn for the worse.
I don't think so.
Because she's my favorite still.
I don't think so. I think she's just going to get even more savage, because even she said, like, this is making me hate that little girl so much more.
Right.
She was like, now she's taking away from our alone time. Like,
yes.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. Speaking of the Rakadushi, one of these hoes had the nerve to show back up at Barry's mama's house.
Back up, girl, asking for help.
Talking about help me. About help me.
Okay, first of all, that scared me, because Nancy and Sharon was having this deep conversation, and then just out of nowhere, boom. How did she get in the house? First of all, are there no locks on the doors? Because how did she get in like that?
Maybe they got one of them little Scooby trap doors. Maybe
I don't know, girl. Or the Rakadishis be on some other stuff, because she knew exactly what to do to get into that house.
They must be ninjas, too. They must get ninja training.
They gotta be after they snatched up that baby.
You got to have some nerve to come up in my house, kidnap my grandbaby, and then come back and ask me for help. Don't ask me for help after you play me.
You wouldn't have helped. Even after she told her story, because she poured her heart out.
Right. She did. She poured her heart out, and she was beat up. But see, it was smart. I think it was smart for them to help her, because that's the only way they, like, at this point.
Yeah, because she spilled a little bit of tea of how they do things. She didn't say the exact location, but she said they travel around, and she said there were more kids. School bus. Her kid included.
Right.
So
they travel on a school bus with the kids, so that's a good decoy, because how many school buses with children are there? She also said the police are involved.
Yes, now that's what was tea, and that's what's why it makes sense to me now of why they're so adamant about framing Barry, because I don't know, like, well, they clearly know, you know, what happened with Ruth and Barry. They know that whole situation, so they're just like, shoot, let's get this person to cover up the tracks, and you can go from there, because clearly they must have tried. What if Ruth was trying to get out? And because the way they beat old girl, maybe they did the same to her, but she didn't make it. Oh. So that's why when they found her dead body, it was like, oh, shoot. Well, her dog, like, this was their excuse to frame it on Barry, because they knew that they had took his daughter. Right. And he's on this manhunt, and he's doing all this crazy stuff. So that's why they framed him. Or trying to. Ooh, that's what it is. Wow, we just summed up the show.
You on to something. You on to something.
I'm like you now in my investigative skills.
Come on now. We in this together. You know what else was weird about that conversation? Why would you be spilling tea to your boyfriend's mother that you might cheat on him?
I thought that was insane, first of all. Because first of all, the mom is always going to take the sons back. Well, I don't know, because Nancy be real. She be wishy-washy. Sorry, Nancy. But She's very big on what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
But her discernment be off. Her discernment is off.
It do be off,
because
yeah.
it took Sharon to calm her down and say, "Wait, let's play our cards right. We need to talk to this girl. You wildin'. We need her." You know what I mean? But back to the topic, like, no, like, don't tell Barry's mama that you might cheat.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't understand that. Like, I understand she needed to vent, but don't you got homegirls?
Call your mom.
Yeah, call your mom and be like, look, this man is tripping. I'm about to do what I got to do to show that I don't need him.
Speaking of men tripping, Kyle is weird.
I mean, he's been a weirdo.
So Kyle... now he's telling Bobby, hit the road. You know, I don't care what's wrong with you. I used you, now get out.
And now he done.
He didn't reveal that he has previously seduced him.
They've had sex.
He's a sexual predator.
He is a predator.
He might be, in my opinion, because the police are involved, a high-ranking Rakadishi member. If not the leader.
So?
Because this is a crazy show.
Okay, Secret Service or police. You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think that was a wild card.
Yeah, that was a wild card.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
But he's such a freak.
Opinion goes under wraps.
He's such a freak, and he's like doing all this weird, twisted sexual stuff to people.
I think he is just possessive.
He got Bobby drunk. Remember, he was like, I was just drunk. And he's like, I think that's who you are.
I think he just, when he likes something and when he knows what he wants, he's gonna try to get it by any means necessary. And which causes him to be possessive and crazy, and he uses any and everybody to get what he wants. Hence how he used Bobby to take down Lily so she could be with Donald ultimately. I feel like it's what's going on. So I don't know. I don't think he necessarily is a part of the Rakadishi. I just think he is just a sick man. And when he is overly in love and attracted to someone, he's going to do what he needs to do regardless of how it may affect other people.
Well, we got to wait and see. I don't know. I just something with the Rakadishi being such a big part of this storyline, and then these people in this White House being so freaky and sexual and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just like, it has to be some sort of connection between that White House and that Rakadishi and that sex ring that's going on.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised though.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see though. I'm just throwing that out there.
We have a lot of loops and stuff, so
speaking
that's
of
a possibility.
Bobby, Lily is getting on my nerves.
I do not understand Lily. I don't know if she's sincere. At this point, I don't know if she sincerely is concerned about him and wants to see what's going on, or if she's just trying to make sure that it's not revealed that she cheated. I just don't get it right now.
Go to grief counseling. Go to grief counseling. I had to shoot someone that was in my house. I need to be counseled, but you're looking extra hot. I'm appreciating how calm Donald is dealing with her, though. He's a very even-keeled man, it seems like. He doesn't allow himself to be, his emotions don't blow with the wind, you know? So, but that scene, I was just like, girl, if y'all write this scene one more time about her asking about this Bobby
with that same robe on,
he popped up like a ghost. He popped up like whoosh. Like, where did he come from?
Well, okay, never mind. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. But I mean, he was a part of the Secret Service or whatever at a point in time. Right. So he knows his in and outs. He knows how to.
He can scale a wall or two on a Spider-Man.
He can. Now maybe that's why the Rakadishis, that's why they tied too, because we saw old girl from the cold just be popping up in the house. So maybe you are onto something. Maybe they all, I don't know how to
popping up. These people
around.
Be popping up in houses. They be popping up in houses, okay?
In your personal space.
Well, at least finally we going to get to see them talk again and see what the whole connection is between them and why they're so concerned with each other.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I would have played my cards different if I was Lily, but I guess she just figured silence is the best answer, except for asking about the man over and over again.
Or maybe she's just trying to pull everything out. Maybe she is being more so she's kind of being like how we say Victoria is, how like she's smarter than what we think. She listens and she puts it all together and then figures out how she is going to deal with the situation. So maybe that's what Lily is doing right now. I hope so.
Okay.
Like she's just trying to get all the information and figure out how she is going to flip it, in her favor.
Okay. Let's see how that works. When it comes to, I'm gonna talk to First Lady. I'm tired of this narrative of her just being so evil without much explanation as to why she's so evil.
I mean, Jason
I know we
called
got
her wicked and evil.
He did, and that's the thing that brought it to my attention because I'm like, okay, we sided with her a little bit. We said Hunter was a jerk. He's this sex fiend. He's watching porn instead of like governing the country. And she keeps catching him in these compromising, messed up situations. He's absolutely doing messed up stuff, but we don't know who is the bad person. But Jason kind of reveals like he sides with his dad. Like, mom is wicked. Yeah, I helped Gayle get out of here because she wanted to escape mom. Now he done traded on his sister because she didn't keep his word to him. So that's a whole nother thing.
Poor Jason. He's just lost.
Yeah.
He just wants attention.
He's like the most sane one right now.
Right now. But I feel like his story is about to unfold also. It has to because Gayle gonna come back and raise hell because he told.
Yes.
And Jason is gonna lose it.
Yes.
He's going to. But, I don't know either because we saw, in not last week's episode, but the week before last when, she kind of, what's her name? Victoria kind of gave a brief, background story of what it is. And I get it. She was a black sheep. She did all of that. But still, it still doesn't help me understand why she's as crazy as she is. Like, it had to be something more. That has caused her outside of, Hunter ruining her life and she married him just because it was like, the hip thing to do.
You wasn't being nasty, lady. Like, chill out. Well, this episode definitely was one of my favorite because it was calm, it was easy to understand, and it gave us a lot to look forward to because, we got to see Bobby and Lily in the same room. They're Gayle was snatched up, Picky and Barry on the same page. We finally getting somewhere with the kidnapped daughter. So we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. There is hope.
Yet and still. We are going to have a very special segment because Tyra is going to show us, all of the lovely interviews that she had with, if you can give us a little shout out from the episode, then let's roll right into our special segment.
I'm going to try, guys, to give you a little briefing. So, I had the opportunity to interview some of the cast of The Oval at the Paley Center for Media, and pretty much it was kind of like a, it was not a question and answer, but it was just like meet the cast and, have a conversation with the cast of the show. And they watched like a screening clip of the episode and from there. So as you can see on the screen, this is my Instagram page. Hit that follow button.
Yes.
But this is my interview with Karen Moore. So she plays Victoria on the show. And y'all, she is so sweet.
She is so beautiful.
Actually, yes,
she is a
so
beautiful
woman. Talking to her, I'm just like, are you really this crazy lady? But yeah, so I interview her. I got to interview Von Hebron, who plays
your
Barry.
Character shocks me every episode.
Yeah, so this is Karen.
You embody
Karen, sorry.
Yet bossy, smart, woman like her.
Thank you for that, first of all. Well, I tapped into my inner Diane Carroll, my inner Mommy Dearest, and my inner Maleficent, and, put a little bit of myself in there and sprinkled a little bit of Michelle Obama's style.
Yes, Michelle Obama.
And we got Victoria Franklin.
Yeah, so you have a lot of intense scenes. I mean, you have the tasing.
We can go ahead and go to the next one. So, so that was Karen. As you can see, she's very poised and just graceful. And she kind of gave us a bit, of how she, became this crazy person. So then we have Von Hebron. I kind of got into his character telling him that he's trying to be a bad boy. He says it's not it, but I'll let the video speak for itself.
On top of, I think he's trying to live a bad boy life. You don't think so?
I think the man just wants his daughter back.
I think so too, but he has this upbringing. You can tell he comes from a good background, religious family, and I feel like he has this demeanor of trying to prove that he can be a bad guy. Do you think so or no?
I think that he's trying to prove that he can handle his business. If nobody else is going to stand with him and nobody else is going to support him doing that, he's going to do it himself. So it doesn't matter who's going to again, his way, he's going to find his daughter. And if his mother wants to not allow the police for him, that's fine. If his girlfriend wants to be at the pharmacy.
So he kind of summed that up for us, because we talked a lot about how his character, like, we see him going to get a gun and stuff, and we're like, Barry, you don't really live this life, but he helped us understand it's really just me trying to get my daughter.
He's frustrated.
Yeah. So then I spoke to Logic, who plays Donald, and he told us a little bit of how he got into character and how he became this head person in the office. He is kind of cute. Okay. He wants to come on the show.
Kelly, Chief of Staff to Donald Trump, is the biggest source of Donald Winthrop, because you can see when he's like, this is crazy, he internalizes it, but there's something about his face that just tells you, I can't believe this is going on. What am I doing here? Why is this happening? Why I've given all my life to be this, to be in this. Yeah, he's my biggest inspiration.
I thought that was so funny that he compared that, because we do have chaos in the White House right now, hence the impeachment of Donald Trump. So for him to compare himself to the person that's currently in there now was a perfect example, because he's dealing with chaos on the show.
Yes.
So I thought that was pretty funny. And then our last clip, I do want to I want to point out Mark E. Swinton, who is actually Tyler Perry's executive producer, and he's Tyler Perry's right-hand man. And he gave us a brief kind of some synopsis of why they created the show and why it's different from the others. J-Lo, you can actually pull it from my Instagram page, and it's going to be, I think, the third video.
Yes, please explain to us what's going on, sir.
JK, it's the last one. LOL. Sorry. The last one. So after this one, yeah.
Try to embody this show and make it different from other political shows like Scandal and the other popular ones.
Oh, that's a good question. Tyler talked to me several months ago, early part of this year actually, about his idea to do a show based upon a family with extreme dysfunction moving into the White House. Like, what would that look like? What would that be if a family that was really dysfunctional, became the first family and were in a situation where they were dealing with their own issues, personal issues at home?
Yeah, J-Lo's tuning it out. But yeah, we were kind of confused on that too. We were like, so when is he going to start working? Are we going to actually get the political side of things? So I was happy to speak with him, and he kind of cleared it up. Like, no, this is the premise of the show. It's all about this destructive family. So that's all we're going to see on the Oval.
Well, good
so
job,
we got some
Tyra.
clarity.
That was
I hope you guys, thanks, girl. I wish you could have came.
It's okay.
We got to get them red clarified classes going, girl.
I got to learn, you guys. I just got thrown into this thing and landed and boom. All right, I'm here.
We all did, girl.
Yes, but congratulations. That was really, really nice. I hope you had a
nice.
ball.
The cast was nice. And of course, Taja was amazing. It was good to see her again. And they watch our show.
They do.
Richard the butler, who plays the butler. Well, Richard, who is the butler, but his name is Javon Johnson. He was like, "You're from AfterBuzz." I was like, "Oh my God, you know." So he gave me his card. We're gonna be setting up an interview with him soon. He wants to call in.
Yes.
And then
maybe he'll do a Skype.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching, if you're watching right now, Javon, we would love to, have you on. And then Logic, who plays Donald, he was like, "Yeah, I love AfterBuzz." Like, he said he hasn't watched our after show, but he was like, "I love it," so he wants to come in too.
Awesome.
So fingers crossed, we'll have some more people to come in and talk to you guys. And
for sure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For everyone who's at home watching or listening on Spotify or iTunes, don't forget to rate and subscribe and give us 5 stars. We'll be here every week reviewing your favorite shows. And until the next time, I'm your girl Carmin, and you can find me on Instagram at king_karma_.
Yes, guys, you can find me on all social media platforms at _Tyra Prude. And excited
we'll see
for
you guys
the next few recaps.
Have a happy holiday, and we'll see you guys when we get back.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.